hope you didn't move from your seat. And for those of you who moved from your seat, please hurry up, hurry up. Why did you first of all move? At the beginning of the show, you're supposed to bring your water, bring your dinner, bring everything you need, your chewables. Don't move, please. Put that phone aside for now. The only thing you can do with that phone is to send in your contribution to this show. That's what we do on the Bring On show, the Bring It On show. You know, they bring us. And now we have another contribution which has been sent by one of our viewers, and it says, hello. You see, God promises to send manna. So if he sends mine through a boy sponsoring me, oh yeah, I will benefit from his sponsorship. And when I meet my soulmate, I vamoose. God will reward the boy who sponsored me 100-fold. I'm Alvin Nashley from Moliko. Amen. Manna from heaven. Alvin Nashley, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Thank you so much for sending in your contribution. It's really amazing. Mr. Banky, are you getting what Miss Alvin Nashley? Alvin Nashley from Moliko. She says that you see God sends manna. You see how God gave the people of Israel manna? They had free, that was free. Oh. If they got up in the morning, they saw food, they carried and ate. And when God sends manna, she says God sends her a boy. If God sends mine through a boy sponsoring me, like she's, a guy who actually had a sponsor, oh yeah, I will benefit. That's what I was asking you. Should a girl refuse when a guy actually wants to sponsor her? Like, you just see this benefit, this is something you want. And somebody is putting it in front of you like, Mama, I'm willing to sponsor you to this level. And then at one point you want to move, the person is like, Mama, you die here. Nobody is living. We remain here. So what do you think about Miss Alvin Nashley's comment?
Miss Nashley, thank you very much. I'd like to tell you something. God created you, God created that man. And our God is a God that he will not send somebody to help you in your life in a manner that at the end of the day, this person will be hurt. Our God that we all serve does not hurt. So you will not use somebody to bless you or somebody to sponsor you. And in a relationship, again, in that matter, because when you talk about God in a relationship, it means this is a solid relationship. Because anything that comes from God is solid and perfected. It can only be delayed, but it can never be. So I'll tell you that if God sends somebody to sponsor you, this relationship that you're talking about, it will never stop. It will never end. Yeah, for real. So God will not use somebody to bless you. And at the end of the day, this person is it's not the right person, or the person is suffering. So you see, Miss Nadine, God, Miss Nadine Nashley, right? Alvin Nashley, sorry. God will not send you somebody or a sponsor that will end up suffering. If God is sending you a sponsor, he will send you the right person. If that is in a relationship, he will send you the right person, and that person will be the person you love, and you will want to settle down with the person.
Wow. And somebody once told me that children of God are able to discern the things that God sends to them. Like if you know that this is truly from God, you'll be able to discern that this is from God. When you're a God-fearing child.
Yeah, because
people should not look at me like that. I'm God-fearing in my heart. God is in my heart. I don't joke with my God, so please don't look at me like that.
Baby, if you're saying that God can send anybody, to come and sponsor you in a relationship, then it's like God is encouraging what is happening. Which is not the case. God cannot send the wrong person to you.
I want to believe that those kind of people will definitely not come for a negative motive.
For real, even if good. You said something that's very interesting. Even if God is sending somebody to sponsor you in a relationship,
the person actually balanced.
Yes, it will be a two-man way. You benefit something. At the end of the day, the person will benefit something. Because there are relationships out there that ended happily. Both partners left happily. You see?
And there was still sponsorship involved.
There was sponsorship involved. 2 or 3 people never heard about what happened. So you see, you can have those kind of opportunities, but God will not send you the wrong one.
Okay. Alvin Nashley. No, she sounds like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, Nashley. Thank you, Miss Alvin, for sending in your contribution. Thank you, the King from My 16. Thank you to Mr. Ebai from Limbe, and thank you to the barrister. To the barrister. Thank you too for sending in your contribution. It's really amazing getting to hear from you, our viewers, on this show. And as we're rounding up, we actually have something special for you. It's something sweet. we've not done this on this show before, but because this topic is sensitive, we have this for you. You know, the things you actually have, the do's, because somebody asked me one time that are there do's to dealing with a heartbreak, things you can do and things you should not do. Things you should and things you should not do that will encourage your pain and will leave you sitting down there. So now, I actually we did a research and we came up with this. And for the don'ts, we came up with one. Don't do this. Don't do these things as I'm telling you. Don't do it. It's not meant to be done. Turning to alcohol for consolation. After 2 days, you go back. Because when you are drunk and you've gone to sleep, your mind is off at the moment. But when you wake up, you know how you light fire and you put it off with water, then somebody come and put it on again. That's how hot it's going. It's going to be at time double. So don't do it. It's not alcohol that's supposed to is going to solve your problem. And so, stalking your ex on social media and in real life.
Yeah.
I've had scenarios of people where you break up with somebody and 24/7 you're on that person's social media handle. You're looking at the person's pictures, you're looking at this, you're trying to ask questions about the person, you want to be where the person is. You know, you follow the person up 24/7 as if, like I said, we die here. You and I, we die here. It doesn't encourage you dealing with that break, especially when the person is not like, how would I put it, is not interested in getting back with you. So it doesn't actually breathe. No.
It causes more damage.
Yes, it causes more damage than good. And for the third point, we have habiting and contemplating suicide or murder. You know, the question we had today is killing a solution to dealing with heartbreak? And you've just given us points that it is not, to prove that it is not. And there are better ways we can handle these things rather than deciding to go do away with suicide or getting into murder. Because in the cost of getting into committing murder, you lose your freedom, you get apprehended, you lose your freedom. The person in question also loses, the family loses, your family loses, because at some point everyone loses. It's a lose-lose game. You don't gain anything from the past, neither does the person who's dead get anything. And your family also loses you. The person's family also loses them. Who benefits now? Do you actually get what you actually wanted? Question tag. And now the next point is losing one's self-confidence and self-worth. That's true. Do not lose your self-confidence and self-worth. Because we believe that getting your self-confidence is what actually makes you. And your self-worth is what makes you. And definitely, breakups are so damaging that you feel like you've lost it. Like you're not worthy of anybody's attention. You know, you're not worthy of anybody's attention. You're just supposed to be there. And the person is supposed to be looking. The person does not actually see you worthy of being in their life. That's how some people can see it. And you can definitely resort now to suicide.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
Mr.
very,
Banky?
very dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have this other thing which the person says, self-neglect. People neglect themselves. They're like, since this person has thrown me, I did my best to be the perfect person in their life. So why am I trying to look good? Please look good, girl. If you're a girl, do your makeup, do the hair. Those of you who do lashes and nails, put your thing. Look good. Take care of yourself, please. Because at the end of the day, you benefit you. Boy, please, dress up, look good, put on the best clothes you have fun, relax. And now the next thing we have is don't drunk dialing your ex. Drunk dialing your ex. When I found this, I was like, drunk dialing your ex. People won't really understand drunk dialing your ex. You're drunk and the next person you're calling is your ex. And the person doesn't respond to you. You know how heartbreaking that is? Like, for instance, you're in a situation where you really need to talk to somebody and you always feel like they'll be there for you and that person is not there. It breaks you down. You understand? It really breaks you down. And the next point I got was dwelling in solitude. That's you decide to stay alone. To just be on your own as an individual. You don't talk to people, you don't interact, you don't try to get out there. You just say, it's my pain, let me keep it in. It doesn't work good too. It doesn't work good, and neither does it make you give you a healthy lifestyle. And now the next thing is self-destruction. Because when you get involved in, you turn to alcohol, you stalk your ex, you lose your self-confidence and self-worth, you know those kind of things, it kills you personally. That's self-destructive habits which are not encouraged. And then we have this stepping into another relationship while hot. Mr. Banky, this is the points I wanted to talk to you about. How do you, for instance, I break up today. Let's take a scenario of this boy and this girl. He got up, or this man who actually killed his wife. And they actually dealt with the whole scenario. And 1 month after they were in a different relationship, do you actually think they had dealt with their pain?
Actually, thank you very much. You gave some good, interesting points there. In this scenario, what I'll tell you is that there was this man, you coming back together after a period of 1 month. It's too early for your relationship.
Like to get into another new relationship.
You need time to let this go.
Yeah, to recover.
We are talking about hearts here, and anything that concerns the heart is not easy. So even in that relationship that you are rushing to, you see a lot of mistakes than advantages.
Because you just feel like the person is here to exploit you like the other.
Good. So the best way is avoid relationship for that moment.
Okay.
Stay away from it and relax.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can
All right.
tell you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Banky, for that contribution. I find it really interesting. Viewers, please take your time. Heal. The same as when you cook food, you don't just start eating the food from the fire. You put the food down, you dish it into a plate and allow it to cool off a bit before you eat. So please, when you come out from that relationship and it's really hurtful, take time to recover. Take time to recover. Let the clock tick. You know, tick, tick, tick. And now we have another point which says stepping. The last point, last thing not to do is pretending everything is okay when it's not. Because there are many persons who are so good at, keeping the pain. They behave like it's nothing, and at one point you just say somebody has committed suicide.
Right, it's bad.
And you'll be like, but I saw this person yesterday, and this person was like, you saw this person yesterday, and the person today, the person is there. What happened? The person actually kept those things, and we will never know what happened, because the person, the victim is dead. The person in question is dead. So the only way they could tell us it was if they were alive, and we would have been able to help them. And if you get into, pretending everything is okay, you go back now to committing suicide because you cannot deal with that pain, you cannot deal with that hurt. Because emotions is almost like when your emotions are they're affected. It's almost like losing, like you said, losing an eye.
Yeah.
You feel physical pain, but that one now is a pain that somebody cannot see. It's more it's invisible until you tell somebody about it. Yeah. So, Mr. Banky, I want you to tell me something. What do you think? Like, give these people one advice on what not to do. Like, don't do this thing. Don't do it because it will only encourage this anger. That king, are you sitting on the screen? Please don't move. that king, this is for you. So what do you think that king should not do? Because it will encourage him to commit, to get to self-neglect, to get into drinking, to dwell in solitude, or to get into a self-destructive activity.
Thank you very much, Miss Anne. If I have an advice for somebody like that king not to do, I would tell that king, first of all, not to sponsor any lady.
Okay.
Yes. Don't sponsor any lady because relationship is not about sponsorship.
Yeah.
Relationship is about building a foundation to something. Relationship is about getting connected. Relationship is not about you sponsoring. The fact that this guy said he wants people to be in a relationship does not mean that that guy become your bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I used to tell people that you can actually take that guy out, buy him something. It's not a must that this guy should be the other person.
Prepare, sponsor. So, because I'm going to sponsor. Mr. Banky, can I sponsor you?
You're free to sponsor
I'm going
me.
to sponsor Mr. Banky. Yeah.
But I hope it won't lead to heartbreak.
I don't
because
know.
I'm very emotional.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm willing to sponsor.
So as I was saying, don't sponsor a lady if you're not ready to handle some kind of thing. Do not sponsor a girl if you've not made it in life.
Okay.
Use that money, sponsor yourself, become somebody, and that girl, you don't even need to show that girl money for him to accept you.
Okay.
So just be yourself, use that money for yourself, and you will succeed.
All right. So people, we have something for you as well. Finally, the do's. The things you should do when you're dealing with heartbreak. 1, do not seek revenge.
Yeah.
Right. That is when I say do not seek revenge, just ask yourself questions. Is it worth dying for? Is this thing worth killing somebody for? Is this thing worth my freedom? Is it worth sacrificing my future for? What do you think about this? Please reflect. Do not seek revenge. 2, don't lose sight of who you are as an individual. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't lose your self-confidence and your self-worth because you are beautifully and wonderfully made and you are unique in your own way. Every person is unique. It doesn't matter. You're unique. And the third is face your heartbreak head on. They said that people actually hide their pain, like we said. So being hurt and feeling sad are normal emotions. But you need to accept that that thing has happened. Accept that this person has broken up with me and then you just move on. There are better things to do in life, eh? Don't sit and cry. Because if you want to cry, I'll give you a bucket. Literally, I'll give you a bucket. Then try to avoid being alone. Try and avoid being alone. Don't stay alone. get yourself into activities, volunteer. There are foundations around, volunteer. Go to orphanages, volunteer. Try to be around family members. Try to be around your friends. You know, that keeps you busy, and it takes away thoughts away from your mind, especially suicidal and murder thoughts. You know, and then the other one is feel the feeling and don't force yourself to just get over it. Feel the feeling and don't force yourself to just get over it. It won't happen. It won't happen, people. You cannot just say today somebody broke up with you and you're feeling hurt too. You get up tomorrow, you're like, you're over it. My sister, or my brother, by evening, by the time you see that person, that pain comes up. Am I lying, Mr.?
No,
it comes up. It comes up. And what do? Or you sleep at night and you have a dream, or you get up and you see a gift that person had bought for you, a dress or a cap or an innerwear, and you start looking, you start thinking all over, you start hiding. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, you know. That's really, really amazing. Seek counseling and also forgive. Mr. Banky is here. He's a counselor. Mr. Banky, I'm sure these people actually want to get to you in the future. There are people who want to hear how to get to you, maybe on social media or direct call.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, it's Banky Roberto.
Okay.
Yes, I have a page I've put in place, the Road to Successful Relationship.
Road to Successful Relationship.
Then I usually have meetings on Zoom.
Okay.
Since we had this pandemic issue,
and I'm sure to get to you on Zoom, the person actually has to have your contact.
Yes, the person needs to have my contact.
So I'm sure they'll really want to really have it.
Yeah, my contact, which I use for Zoom, is the same contact for WhatsApp.
Also, what could that be, sir?
Yeah, that's 676 97 33 69.
Okay.
676 97 33 69.
Okay, so the Bringers Nation, we bring it on, and this is the show. We've actually had fun today with you. I personally have had fun with you guys, you know, getting to discuss this topic. I believe that from today our mindsets have changed. We would rethink our actions, rethink our experiences, and better place ourselves in situations where we can deal with pain. Mr. Banky is here, and he'll be willing to see you and to hear from you, you know, rub heads with you to overcome that problem, people. Don't move from your screen, because in as much as we've come to the end of the show, and I really don't want to go, I don't want to go, but we actually have to go because there are other amazing programs, you know, that you actually have to catch up with. Please, I have programs on this that I actually have to catch up with program. Mr. Banky,
yes,
you don't have program?
I got a lot of them.
Okay, I have program. Please, your program should not end up in murder or...
No,
okay,
it won't. I'm a good boy.
Okay, so thank you to you, our televiewers, for joining us today on this program. Thank you for staying on with us, and thank you for sending in your contribution. Stay put on your TV for